G'day mates, it's time I finish up the main 3 types in this Pokemon gym series. So without further delay, here's my grass gym. Some of you may remember how I almost made my Fire Gyms challenge into a straight up brawl with trainers until you reached the gym leader. At the time I was feeling like I was resigning to doing something I considered to be very boring and uninteresting. After all, only a handful of gyms in the games have done this, and usually only gyms that are genuinely difficult purely by virtue of the Pokemon used within it. I'm looking at you, Whitney's milk tank. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, since then I've been wondering how I can make such a basic challenge more interesting. Then it struck me, if you have to fight trainers as the main means of progressing, then why not make the trainers themselves as interesting as possible? That is the mindset that I've built my grass gym around. In order to capitalize on this, I also decided that the gym would be a tier 7 gym. Not quite the final gym in difficulty, but strong enough to warrant having a metric crapload of trainers within it. Of course, I have done more than just throw a heap of trainers into an empty room. The gym itself is a giant botanical garden that is split into several rooms. Each room is designed to represent a different biome that can be found throughout the world. In order to progress through each room, you must find and defeat a specific set of trainers within the room. To make things even more interesting, the trainers only use Pokemon that fit into the theme of the room they are in. So of course this means I'll be focusing heavily on the trainers this time around rather than some wacky gameplay mechanic. Starting off this little nature walk is a desert biome. Trainers in this room include hikers, Pokemon rangers, cowgirls, ranchers, and backpackers. These guys use the least diverse group of Pokemon, focusing heavily on Cacnea, Cacturne, and Maractus. Following up that is a more traditional garden or grassland biome. Trainers in this room include campers, picnickers, lasses, youngsters, Pokemon breeders, aroma ladies, and gardeners. You start to see a bit more diversity here among the Pokemon, though with a heavy focus on flower and animal-based Pokemon. This would include Cherrim, Blossom, Sunflora, Leafeon, Simisage, Gogoat, Jumpluff, Sawbuck, Roselia, Roserade, Lilligant, Whimsicott, and I hope I'm pronouncing this properly, Levani? One of those. The third room might be the most diverse of the lot, as it is the swamp or marshland biome. Trainers in this room include bug catchers, fishermen, several trainers seen in the prior 2 rooms, and other slightly less expected trainer types who would normally have other Pokemon. The reason for the variety of trainers in this room is because there's a lot of different Pokemon to be found here, from ghost types such as the Trevenant and Gourgeist lines, from the fungus-inspired Breloom, Parasect, and Shiinotic. Other common Pokemon found here include Amoonguss, Carnivine, Ludicolo, and even a Shiftry. Finally, there is a tropical biome. Trainers in this room include Tamers, Ace Trainers, and Veterans. Only the best of the best ventured this deep. Unsurprisingly, this room contains the most Generation 1 Pokemon, with the likes of Tangela, Vileplume, Victreebel, and Exeggutor. Now you might get a bit confused by Exeggutor, as it seems to be a bit removed from the deep jungle style of the others. But that is because this room progresses from beachside to dense foliage. So look out for newer Pokemon like Delmise on the shore, Alolan, Exeggutor, Tropius, Serena, Lorantis, and even a few of the Grass Bug and Grass Poison Pokemon from the previous room. I'm sure you can figure out which ones. After all that, you gain access to the central area, and the gym leader's personal greenhouse. It is filled with plants from all kinds of regions. It even has a little area sectioned off from the rest for climate control purposes. You find me standing in the middle of the room, handing a freshly potted plant to a Sudowoodo that scurries away when you approach. I pat my hands together to knock dirt off my gloves. I'm wearing overalls similar to my steel gym look, but much cleaner, with a variety of shears and trowels in my belt. I ask you if you enjoyed the journey through the building, stating that it would not exist without the help from passionate trainers such as yourself. And then we fight. I start out with Lilligant. At level 46, it has the Own Tempo ability and the attacks Petal Dance, Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, and Stun Spore. One of my favourite grass Pokemon due to how cute it is, Lilligant starts out this fight by inflicting paralysis on your Pokemon. While not guaranteed to keep your Pokemon from attacking every turn, it does allow for Lilligant to attack first each round, to allow it to gain healing from Giga Drain before your next attack, keeping it alive just that little bit longer. Next up is Maractus at level 50, with the Chlorophyll ability and the attacks Sunny Day, Petal Blizzard, Giga Drain, and Solar Beam. You might think it's a bit strange for a grass-type Pokemon to have Sunny Day, but without it, common grass type abilities such as Chlorophyll and Leaf Guard would be useless. Plus, Maractus makes double use of it by being able to blast out Solar Beam turn after turn if it needs to. Next up is Cacturne at level 54, with the Sand Veil ability, and he attacks Energy Ball, Sucker Punch, Sandstorm, and Thunder Punch. A bit of an oddity on this team as it's the only Pokemon that doesn't make use of Harsh Sunlight, besides for Lilligant. Instead, it shields itself with Sandstorm and throws Thunder Punch at any flying types you brought along. It is also the only Pokemon on this team unable to restore hit points on its own. Second to last is Leafeon. At level 48, it has the Leaf Guard ability, and he attacks Leafy Blade, Sunny Day, Giga Drain, and Sword Dance. My third pure grass type Pokemon, Leafeon makes up for the lack of secondary typing by being immune to status conditions thanks to Leaf Guard. To top it off, the Sword Dance Leafy Blade combo packs a fairly decent punch whenever it isn't refreshing Sunny Day or stealing hit points. Finally, Trevenant at level 55. With the Harvest ability, it has the attacks Horn Leech, Will-O-Wisp, Phantom Force, and Shadow Claw. Trevenant is the Pokemon most likely to give your fire types trouble, between possessing 2 ghost type attacks, one of which becomes with an invulnerability phase. It also holds an Occa Berry, which reduces the damage of super effective fire type moves. Combine that with the berry replenishing ability Harvest, and you're in for a rough time. In the end, my team is not enough to defeat you. I congratulate you on your victory and inform you that, like all plants, Pokemon also possess the ability to grow nigh indefinitely if properly nurtured and looked after. I then give you the Sprinkler Badge. Probably the lamest badge idea I have had so far, based on overhead sprinklers you would find in many greenhouses, or fire sprinklers from buildings. I also give you the TM for Giga Drain, the powerful grass type move that heals the user for half the damage it deals to the target. I personally use this as a staple move on just about all of my pure grass type Pokemon, especially those with a naturally high special attack stat. And that is my grass type gym. What do you think of it? Do you have an idea for a Pokemon gym of your own? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more Pokemon gym videos, subscribe to my channel, as I will be releasing more over the rest of this year. I also recommend checking out Birdkeeper Toby's Pokemon gym series. There'll be a link to his playlist in the description below. And until next time, cheers.